Willie Mays in his last days when he played for the New York Mets, something of that nature.
You watch it for the nostalgia, not for the performance as much.
There's a lot of guys that can say, yeah, I saw Juan Laporte, I saw Billy, and what's going to be more important is later on. Look at these guys in this final round. They're letting it fly. This is what I talked about, the hearts of champions. These guys still don't know what it means to quit. Maybe their minds tell their hands what to do and their hands can't execute it. Their bodies can't perform like they once could, but their hearts are just as big as they ever were. These guys are competitors, and both of them want to win this. Because, if this thing goes on, and there's every chance that this Legends Boxing Series is going to continue with the response we've had, not only with the pay-per-view, but the way people have turned out here, that these guys want to stay in the thick of things. Laporte nailed him pretty good.
And he was sandbagging a little bit, Juan was at the end of the last round, because he suddenly found some energy here for this final round. He's trying to close the show strong.
Well, both guys are closing the show strong. And again, I go back to the fact that if you didn't know who these guys were, you take their names off their shorts, and we didn't know who they were. The two guys have put on a pretty darn good show. A lot of ability, a lot of skill of these guys, and they still have it. Nice effort by both men. Look at Juan Laporte in the 10th round in his 39th year, up on his toes. Billy pounds him with a jab to the nose. Billy holding the hands high now. He doesn't want to get caught in the late going here. Halfway through this final round, and it's got to be grueling for them right now, John.
Well, at this point, it's quite obvious. Both fighters physically spent, but I think Costello's got far less in the bank right now than Juan Laporte does.
But you know something, John? There's a lot of fighters who are in the prime of their careers that by the time they get to the 10th round are physically spent. These guys have been the distance many times in their careers when they're in their prime. And again, we don't have anything to apologize for to our audience or to ourselves, and these fighters certainly don't. They have put on a really terrific show, I think. I've enjoyed it. And it's kind of fun to see these guys in action again. I'll tell you one thing, a whole lot better than an old-timers baseball game.
Juan, keep them up. That's the last warning. Last warning.
Inside of 20 seconds to go in the fight. John Saraceno is going to go into the ring, and we're going to try and get both of these fighters when it's all over.
10 seconds.
Closing seconds of the fight. Look at these guys work at the end of the fight. Wow, look at this finish. You talk about heart, folks, there you have it. Two great former champions slugging it out to the bell. Terrific effort to the bell. Juan Laporte and Billy Costello. Well, if they gave that round to Costello, I've got a draw. If they gave it to Laporte, Laporte wins the fight. It's close.
Decision is announced. Let's hear it once again for two fine warriors, Billy Costello and Juan Laporte.
It was as close as that. They worked right till the final bell sounded. If Laporte won that last round, then should win the fight on my scorecard anyway. If they gave it to Costello that final round, it's one of those rounds that different guys could hear different ways. As soon as we have Mark Barrow in position, we'll get the decision, and then we'll have the interviews for you. And I'm as interested as you are to hear what these guys have to say. Let's take a look at this action from the end of the round. This is why these guys are legends. Look at this. Left hook gets through. He clubs him back. Billy fires out the right hand. Look at Laporte hanging in there, fighting off the ropes, still throwing. Misses the uppercut. They're missing a lot of shots, but they're getting him through. That right hand get through there. Bang, Juan Laporte. Same thing, different angle. Laporte bangs the body. Billy catches him with the left hook. Watch the right hand get through. Watch him again. He sort of backhands him, and that's when the bell ends the fight. And there is a tough, hard fight. Both guys really worked extremely, extremely hard to put on